What's up, everybody? What's happening? Hey, Mega 405 coming to you live from the 405. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out here. Now, I'm not going to take all day. I got to get myself ready and prepared. Woosah, game 7. Thunder the hell up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to happen, but I do feel good. I feel good about this game. I feel good. But hey, whatever happens, happens. We were this year's champs. Well, we were last year's champs. Now, we'll see what happens. But that's not what I came here, because I could talk about sports all day. But, and a matter of fact, I have been back and forth with people about the Thunder and all this other stuff and all that. But anyway, I wanted to address something that was kind of crazy to me that I just kind of stumbled up on here for a few hours. And it was, okay, this narrative that's been dropping. And it's from the gaming media. And listen, I want to make this point clear. I do not have any hatred for anybody from the gaming media. There's some things from people that they say some things and I disagree with, but it's not like it's something personal. And with that being said, I do understand that there is a lot of people on all fronts, from everything, from cell phones to cars to, that's supporting these video game companies. There are some toxic, crazy ass people. I get that. But with all that being said, for anybody in the media or these higher end content creators that has this thought process of thinking that Xbox gamers or PlayStation gamers or Nintendo gamers or PC gamers or anybody should not be heard, it's absolutely delusional. And there's a lot of hypocrites in this game. A lot of them. I'm seeing these people saying, well, hey, and it all comes to, if you didn't hear it, Arsha, new CEO of Xbox, she comes out and she talks about because people were complaining about the logos in the presentation representing, the games that's going to be coming to PlayStation or whatever. And she responded by saying, look, it's her bad. She's going to look into it, whatever the case may be. Now, will she do something? I don't know, whatever. But just because of her response to give feedback back to the community, that's a problem. And we don't have to go too far. We don't have to go too far on people being very hypocritical on their stance. First point. We can just go right back to just a couple of years ago when the same people that are complaining, like Tom Henderson, like some of the stuff I disagree with, whatever the case, but making the point of saying that it's wrong. I'll read it here in a second, but basically kind of saying that us gamers should not be paid attention to this degree and let the company do what the company wants to do. While in the same vein, when they were bringing up about Project Latitude, they were dog-walking Xbox, dog-walking them, saying that they were giving up on it, just adding fuel to the fire with the whole situation going on with, Xbox is turning into a third party, and it caused a crazy division amongst Xbox community. And it was an uproar and PlayStation gamers were out here celebrating the demise of Xbox. And the media themselves were like, yeah, see, look at this right here. Xbox is giving up. Where's their competitive spirit? So now we go into this point to where Arsha is trying to listen to the Xbox community and hear what they want. Listen, I've said a million times that I don't think that every Xbox game should be an exclusive, but the bigger titles should be. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It should only be cloud, PC, Xbox. And for the people that I push back on, where they was like, everything needs to be exclusive, it kills the brand. I know I'll push back and say it doesn't kill the brand, because I can turn on my Xbox and I can play the same games, just like PlayStation can play the games, Nintendo can play the games, PC can play the games. But I do feel that with anything, there has to be a strong branding behind the name. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be, hey, I get it. But to ask or to suggest that we should not be listened to because, oh, we're crazy or toxic. What the hell are y'all talking about? See, what I get so tired about the gaming media about is how they coddle one company, but then they shit on the other company. It has been apparent. I've seen it and read it going way back, especially going back to right after, the 360 was beloved. And then when you go into the Xbox One and all that situation, we've talked about that a million times. So now to even going to the point of, let's remember, okay, what Greg Miller and them did when it came to the Insomniac leaks or the NVIDIA leaks. Look at the difference of how they treated the NVIDIA leaks. They leaked that out. They talked about it. I mean, and then just, what was it? A few weeks later, a couple of months later, it wasn't that long of a stretch. The Insomniac leaks. Oh, no. We need to protect the developers, the studios. We don't want to leak out this information. I will not report it. But NVIDIA, wreck them. Let it all out. What the hell are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? And I'm going to tell you right now, it is a weird and almost cuckish type of vibe when you sit there and tell a company, a corporation, hey, don't listen to the people that buys your product. Do what you want to. How do you think the PC community feels right now about how NVIDIA and how these gaming companies is treating them? How do you feel like the PlayStation community is feeling how Sony, who doesn't get out there and get all engaged with their community, how they feel about what Sony's doing to them? How do you feel like how Xbox gamers felt about the price being raised for Game Pass, or when they were trying to maneuver, or the people being laid off on every all these and all this everything, and when they're trying to push AI down our throats? Oh, don't listen to the community. You just pay to play. Just let people pay you whatever you ask them. When you got these executives that's trying to tell you, oh man, because Grand Theft Auto's coming out, man, that should be $100 game standard. You know what? Maybe everybody else should do that too. Excuse me? It is appalling. I get, you don't want to listen to a crazy radical that sit here and says the most heinous foul shit about, oh yeah, like you want to see a person hurt, or, everything that they say about the other side of whatever gaming platform that people choose or whatever. Oh, they suck. Every game is bad. They this, that, and the third. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when a person's sitting here talking about, like, well, yeah, I don't want I don't want PlayStation to get nothing, and I want PlayStation to rot in hell and burn and dissolve and the hell with their fans. No, you don't want to listen to them, but you have to listen to people who buys your product, who enjoys your product and understands what made that product great for them to want to stay and be with that product and choose that product over any other product. What the hell are we doing? What do you mean we don't need to be heard? Are you kidding me? Case in point, I see him right here. Oh, my boy Yobi. He posted something, and I completely forgot about it. But this was something from Brian Wood, and he said, remember when Ryan McCaffrey, listen, I like Ryan McCaffrey, but he got to get this smoke, tried to publicly shame Xbox gamers for being excited for Rise of the Tomb Raider, being exclusive to Xbox consoles, calling them petty fanboys, then celebrating when PlayStation fans got Final Fantasy VII announced to be an exclusive. You can't have it both ways. That's why when I posted what Tom said, and I'm going to go to that right now, where he sits there and he says, can't help but feel history is repeating itself here, with new leadership trying to cater to small online community to make them feel good at the detriment of the actual business. What's going to happen is they will revert. See it makes no difference. Wait a minute, guys. I feel a little bit more to that. See, it makes no difference to console sales. Then revert back to their OG strategy a year or two after Helix launch because they want to be a multi-platform publisher and they don't care where their games will sell. Okay, I get it, right? But he was also on the flip side that was over here dog walking Xbox about them doing it those couple of years ago. And let's just look at recent history. Sony has gone back and said, yo, we're not putting games on PC no more. I mean, it was been rumored for months. I mean, hell, even almost going back last year at some point, like I think it was last summer. And, you know, the rumors, there was none. And I was kept saying, like, if Sony ain't saying nothing, I'm not believing it until Sony says something. Well, they let us know. They're not putting games on PC, with their single player games on PC anymore. Where is this same energy? Where's the same energy? This is what I'm talking about. So again, Sony is sitting there telling their fan base, you know what we're going to do? We're going to charge you more and we're going to lock, and they have been locked, game saves to their PSN Plus account, and we're going to charge you more for it. And I know that there's workarounds, but why the hell should you have a workaround and charge people, and yet the media will say a little bit, and then go back and start talking about something else? This shit ain't gonna fly. And it's just like what I said here on Twitter. Arsha is going to know about how the gaming media operates. Sure enough, she will know. They will not, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's a professional. I'm sure she's dealt with the media in some capacity, but not to this degree. The gaming media is no different than what I'm seeing here in the NBA right now. And how ESPN and how all these people are sitting here, like, going through this situation, just dogging the shit out of SGA, a two-time MVP, trying to make it seem like he's dog shit, right? And you can like the Thunder, you can hate the Thunder. That part doesn't matter to me. It's Thunder up all day. But my thing is that it's a narrative that they keep placing to take away something's greatness or potential to be great, and then act like they never said anything about the total opposite and gave praise to something else, like basically what happened with the Tomb Raider situation. I remember when Hip Hop Gamer was drilling Phil Spencer in that interview about Tomb Raider. And I'm like, yo, this is huge news. And then once it got leaked out from Square Enix, which was illegal, once it got leaked, it took the steam out of the room. Like, I'm like, what? It's time? But still, it was dope. But they could not stand the fact that Xbox did a PlayStation-esque type of move. Like, listen, PlayStation is not subtle on how they run things when it comes in regards of Xbox. The logo thing, I'm not tripping about that so much. I mean, it is what it is. Do I like it? No. It's like what I explained when I made my post. I just don't like the whole over exerting yourself to try to get PlayStation gamers to want your product. Like, Halo is Xbox, bro. Halo is Xbox. Why the fuck are you wearing a PlayStation shirt knowing that the game that made and saved Xbox is Halo, and you're wearing a PlayStation shirt? It's already insulting to Xbox fans that is going to PlayStation. It is what it is. The business is the business. But to wear a PlayStation shirt and you never see Nintendo, you never see PlayStation devs sit there, it will not happen. It doesn't happen. Now, they'll sit there and post something and say, hey, you know, like with Helldivers 2, they were excited to put the game. Yeah, but you're not going to see the logo, or you're damn sure not going to see one of the devs. Can you imagine? Let's just put this in perspective. Could you imagine Naughty Dog, Druckmann, sitting there wearing an Xbox shirt because, let's say, Factions was going to be a multiplat, and it was coming, and he's wearing an Xbox shirt. Do you know the outrage from the PlayStation community? How Druckmann would get drug, or I can't think of his name right now, the head of Santa Monica, wearing an Xbox shirt for a God of War online game. Come on, bro. No, that type of stuff is unnecessary in my opinion. That's when you, if it's a PlayStation Xbox event, come on, man. You can put the logo there. I ain't tripping either way. You know what I'm saying? I know that, it is, PlayStation doesn't do it. Nintendo, I guess. I don't know. I don't really pay attention that much. Not to be disrespectful to Nintendo. But it's just like, you don't see this. And so again, in this new era, if Arsha wants Xbox to be back, then you gotta come in and do the whole, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like, will exclusives come back? I have no idea. I hope they do. I hope Fable stays Xbox PC cloud. If it doesn't, am I gonna die tomorrow and cry about it? No, it is what it is. But if it does, but if she does make it Xbox console exclusive, I'm gonna cheer for it. Just like the PlayStation community cheered for the PC game, for single player games to come back and to go and stay only on console. Like, that was one of the things, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll get Wolverine. Can't wait to play it on PC. I guess I won't. And that's all right. I can live with that. I want the definitive edition. I don't want to play it on the PlayStation 5. I want to play it on my PC. And that's okay. So it is what it is. They made a decision, but I don't see the same energy when Sony sit there and pivoted. They used to, I mean, the great Yoshida used to sit there and say, yo, backwards compatibility, it's not, come on, man. And then look what they did. Game Pass services, all that, and then they did it. And then what? Like, come on now. I am mind blown that you would dare type these things to the public, telling consumers that their voice should not be heard. A small community? Yeah, when people are here engaging, yeah, the community is not as big as the people who have bought the Xbox. But trust me, Xbox fans that don't even get online, that don't watch content videos, I've heard them sit there and say, hey man, that's kind of weird that Halo is coming to PlayStation. And then they keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Or then, like, with my PlayStation homies, they'll sit there and say, hey man, is that Fable coming? I'm like, I think it is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, they're hype about Forza Horizon 6. It trips me the hell out. Because what you're telling me is that corporations should have should sit there and tell us, we do what we want and you will like it. And that is inexcusable. Inexcusable. Let me read a couple of these chats up here. Appreciate you guys coming up here. He said, Raichi. He sit there and he says, in my mind, the gotcha games will be looking at Xbox and say, not worth it. He said, I'm saying that, see what's going on with you, Jazzy Noob. What's going on? It's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand like the pivot for PlayStation to make the move because of the Steam machine, and then of like with Project Helix. And, that was my thing of sitting here like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I get the best of both worlds too. Like, I mean, hell, if Xbox is going to go ahead and do this with Project Latitude, then you know what I'm saying? Like, there'll be a workaround because I'll get to play PlayStation games on my on Project Helix through the Steam. You know what I'm saying? Through the Steam app or the what is the other app? Epic. So, I'm cool. I'm still playing the games. It's not directly being sent over, but in a way, it's like, hey, I'm cool. Well, Sony's like, nah, we can't do that. We're going to raise the prices to the console, to the PlayStation, and you're going to have to buy it if you want our game. So, which it should be a good sign for PlayStation gamers out there, supporters, because it sounds like that they got a good slate coming here in the next year or two. But it isn't very consumer friendly if you once were doing something and then you change, if you let the media tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they're telling Xbox. Like, no. Keep with your games on PlayStation, but and just don't listen to the people that sit there and support you the most. Just don't listen to them. You listen to us. We want to pull your strings, Arsha. Now, like I said, she's the CEO. She's going to make the decision. Her and her team. But I find it pretty shitty for when she's trying, from the perspective of what I'm seeing out here, she wants the input, she wants the fan base to sit there and to talk positive about Xbox. And the gaming media's got to step in and say, nah, don't do that. Yeah, no, that don't sit right with me. That don't sit right with me. That does not sit right with me at all. And I just find it ridiculous. And all she said was, seeing the feedback on logos, it was a miss, and I own it. We are talking about how we adjust for future Xbox shows. So this coming up show, it's going to be, you'll see the logos. If we don't see the logos anymore, then you know what? That's a good thing for her to listen to the community if they don't like it. Like I said, for me, it is what it is. But please do not have the studio developers cucking for PlayStation or Nintendo or PC or anything. You just let them know, hey, the game is, you put the logo there if you want to put it there, but don't be wearing no shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? If this was the kumbaya stuff that maybe Phil and them were hoping for to try to, you know what I'm saying, for everybody to embrace each other and into gaming and love gaming and all that. I get all that, but this is not how it's played. Sony's playing hardball, bro. It's not, that Sony don't play games when it comes to that. They've been trying to kick Xbox's teeth in and shut it down since Xbox started. Can't get over that. Doesn't matter how these CEOs and all the rest of these people have been friends and they could talk and they know each other throughout the industry. I get all that. But when it comes down to the business, they want Xbox to be nothing more but Sega. And you telling the new CEO, yeah, be Sega. Just fade away. And I understand about the aspect about how Xbox consoles aren't selling. Well, there's two factors to that. The shit's too goddamn expensive. And two, the marketing is ass. They can fix that with great marketing and lower the price to old standards to what the Xbox you do. I understand about the chip shortage and all this and that. But again, like I said, these are billion and trillion dollar companies. Listen, I'm expecting the Xbox, the Project Helix, to be expensive as I don't know what. The PlayStation 6 is going to be expensive. I get that. But not a 5, 6, almost 7-year-old console should be these prices. Just that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. AI don't need to tell you that. You know what I mean? So greed is only going to get you so far. So we'll see that. That's what boy Yobi said, like how they're going to tell Xbox not to listen to the fans. Like he says paying customers. So I have the right to speak on how the platform I love and support with all my heart. That's what it is. It's no different than an Android fan or an iPhone fan. It's no different, like I said, with a fan of cars, fan of, hell, appliances, whatever. Like, people are passionate. If they're passionate about something, they should be listened to. If they're crazy with the passion, then yeah, okay, it was nice meeting you, and keep it pushing. But if all people are being is trying to be reasonable and saying, look, I don't like the logo thing, it just kind of makes it seem like y'all not wanting to compete. When every other company is competing. And I get it. Like, do I want console wars? No. But you know what? The same people that sit there and telling the CEOs and all this to not listen to the public, they're the ones that keep festering. They fed off of the console war. And then they get hypocritical and talk about, we need to have some stability around here. We don't need to listen to all that toxic stuff. Do you not? What? So again, I it is wild to me. It is really wild to me. It says the media is nothing but corporate cheerleaders. Okay, Mega. I listen. I don't like I said. I don't want to sit here and try to be a. And I know that I'm on the media's ass right now for the people that's saying this stuff. And like I said, I don't want people to not to be disliked or anything like that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with these people giving their opinions, but damn it, I'm going to call it out if I find it to be bad. And you know, I don't really do videos on those Saturdays. So it's just so, but I could not resist to sit there, but I had to give my point of view on this and give my thoughts on it because it is nuts to sit there and to tell people. I mean, that's just like if you outside of the gaming space, you go and something, let's say you bought a car or you bought a TV or anything, and you go and you try and something's wrong with it. And then you go to the retailer, and then the retailer or whoever sits there and tells you, nah, they don't really need to listen to you because you're about the problem that you're having or what you're upset about. You would be highly pissed. You would be highly pissed. Anybody would. That is, I mean, I've seen and read some crazy stuff throughout my years doing this. But this is taking the cake. This has got to be the worst I've ever heard. Ever. You said I had to comment back to Destin today too. I was even like, you don't get it. And listen, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand I don't understand it. Like, it's like when Xbox wants to do something in the direction of what the people wants to do. It's like, no, I don't think they need to do that. They don't need to do that. No. This is why we're in the mess we're in. This is when the mess we're in. Because, yes, there are people that can really make some dumb decisions, and it's sad that the people that will listen, that have the power to do some things, listen to some of those people. You know, case in point, hey, old BGST crew. Xbox need to take away this. Xbox need to take away that. We don't need these Japanese games. We don't need this, that, and the third. Just make just this, that, and the third. But nope, no games on PC. Took away features. We don't need our box to have TV. We don't want all this. But then yet these same people, and it's not only the old BGST crew, but it was a whole bunch of people. The same people that were sitting there talking about, I just want my console to be a console. And then we get the Series S and X, and it's a console with just with some great features. And they listened, and then they shitted on it. And then they're like, we're pro PlayStation, and we love all the Japanese games now. Whoa. But then on the flip side, they love the 360, which was the most innovative console we've ever had, in my opinion. Ever. The two most impactful consoles ever was the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox 360. I would, you know, I know some people might argue me with the OG Xbox because of what it delivered on, but the 360 was way more innovative. Like, I mean, there's still things like when I turn on the 360 and want to mess around, I'm still amazed. Like, this is a 20-year-old or 20-plus-year-old console that has these things on here. There was nothing like it. And you're telling Xbox, cut back on the innovation, cut back on the cool shit. While PlayStation is taking, and Nintendo is taking the cool things that were great from Xbox and implementing in their consoles, and ain't nobody said a goddamn thing. Bruh. Enough. Chili said Xbox channel. He says Xbox channel still crap on Japanese games and gacha games, and they're stupid. They're and I don't care whose the channels they are. They could be friends of mine. Stupid. How can you love how are you going to love, say you love video games, but then tell other gamers, shouldn't like Japanese games? Fool, do you know where, do you know when you went to the arcade, what those games you were playing, like Joust and Pac-Man, Donkey Kong? Do you know where those games came from? So anybody that says that is a goddamn fool. Period. Said it. If you got a problem with it, hit me up. Send me to your podcast. I'll tell you to your goddamn face. If I see you in person, if you're in Oklahoma, if I'm out there somewhere else in another state or another country or some shit, hey, question me about it. I'll tell you to your goddamn face. You're stupid for saying some dumb shit like that when gaming came from Japan. Stop it. How can you not love Japanese games? You don't have to like every Japanese games. I don't like every Japanese game. I don't love every American game or Western game. Listen, but as a gamer, you cannot sit there and shit on, if it's not your genre of game, that's cool. Like, but when people sit there, oh, RTSs okay, cool, but there's an audience for it. Stay in your lane. But don't bring up that weird shit. And again, like I said, the people that sit here and bring up that they didn't like Japanese games and none of these games and use that racist ass term, the Japanese term, and you people know who you are. But then yet you glazing over PlayStation. Do you know where PlayStation is at? Do you know where it's stationed at? Fuck out of here. God damn, these people are sickening. All I'm saying, and I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Arsha's gonna do what she's gonna do. Her and her team is gonna do what she's gonna do. And listen, if there's gonna be logos, there's gonna be logos. If there's not gonna be an exclusive, there's not gonna be an exclusive. Would it benefit Xbox? Yes. To have exclusives again, not all exclusives, it would definitely benefit. But marketing is the key. And lowering some of these prices, like, hey, get people ready for getting hit over the head for Project Helix. Because we are. I already know. PlayStation gamers know they're going to get hit over the head with the PlayStation 6. PC gamers, like, damn. Like, the comments when the video dropped something, I don't even know what it was. The comments were brutal. That's what happens when a company doesn't listen to its fan base. All you got to do is just look at the PC gamer space right now. You don't see all those great PC guide gifs and memes and PC greatness, this, that, and the third. No. They decided to say, we care about the data centers more than we care about you who helped build this company. And if Xbox ever sit there and wanted to take it like that with a customer like me, I did it with PlayStation. I'll get the hell on out. I'll bail out. So it would be beneficial, Arsha and team, Matt Booty and everybody else on that team. Listen to the customers. Listen to the people that's willing to buy your product. Pay top dollar. Be one of the day one people. I'm not a radical. I love Xbox. I love all gaming, man. I'll play my games now. You know what I'm saying? Listen. But you got to listen to the people. If the media want to sit there and be corporate shills, then let them. But please, with all your heart, and that's for PlayStation fans and Nintendo fans too. We know how PlayStation and Nintendo get. PlayStation is following Nintendo's route right now. We know how Nintendo gets down. But don't be them. Because I guarantee you, if you do, Xbox will be Sega. Because people will give it up. And that's a promise. So, hey, guys, I really do appreciate it. I told you I wasn't going to be too long, but I just had to get my thoughts out. I think that, hey, look, healthy competition is fine. But we can't allow media types or big content creators to put this narrative in our heads to say, well, the company always know best. Because, hey, want to ask Spirit Airlines about that? All right, guys. Good there. Love you guys. Really appreciate it. If you like the content, please go ahead and subscribe. Like, I definitely want to hear your comments. I don't you know what I'm saying? Listen, I love the feedback. But again, and I know this was kind of just out of the blue, but I had to get this off my chest. Like, this was like, wow, I got to talk about this. And because then I got to get myself ready for game 7. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can sit there and I can celebrate as hopefully we'll go to the finals. I don't know how it's going to play out. Like I said, I feel good about it. If we don't, then hey, it's been a good ride. We'll still be in the hunt for the next 5 to 7 years. And the Spurs is going to have to deal with us just like the rest of the league is going to have to deal with us for that long. You know what I'm saying? And if we get there, if we get back to the promised land, to the finals, then hey, it is what it is. But I'll be happy about that. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow on Game Section. You know what I'm saying? If people did not know that I'm a part of that team now with Kano and them, we'll be having a podcast over there. We'll be doing a lot of like showcases and stuff like that. So like I will be streaming those on my channel as well. So hope you guys will check that out. But the podcast will be it's I think it's 3:00 Central Time. It's 4:00 Eastern. And so come check us out on Gamer Section channel. It would be great to have you guys come through and pull up. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Speed says, hey, Honest Gamer said Spurs winning tonight. Man, stop that. Stop being messy. Stop being messy. Stop being messy. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Stay blessed. Peace.